Hi guys and welcome to the State of Crypto, one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 189, Technical Analysis Edition. Now, why is it a Technical Analysis Edition? I just got home from work, no time to do the news. Tomorrow I'm traveling. I just basically got told today I'm traveling tomorrow, emergency flight. So I gotta go fix some stuff up at work. And then Friday it's gonna be TBD Friday. I come back. And then this weekend's a long weekend, and I'm going out with my family. There will be streams, though. I'm just not sure what time. Saturday is probably going to be earlier. Sunday, it's probably going to be later than usual, maybe. And then Monday will be normal. Anyways, now that I made those announcements, guys, if you're watching us live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And basically, if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can catch us on Twitter or Discord. Links in the description for Discord. Twitter, I'll usually send it out. Yeah. That's it. Sorry about being sick today. I'm trying to get over a regular flu. No coronavirus though, for sure. I'm taking antibiotics, not antivirals or retrovirals or whatever you call them. Anyways, Betty's saying Zombie New York. Oh, Zoo Yard. Zombie New York. Make sure your kitchen is full of food months in advance. I recommend Float. I'm not sure what Float. Oh, yeah, Float. Yeah, I get it. I'm sick too. I hope you don't have the coronavirus, man. Anyways, let's jump on to the technicals, right? That's all we're gonna do today, technicals. Again, haven't been able to catch the news. I just got home from the office. It's been a very, very long day, sometimes it happens, and that's it. And tomorrow I'm flying out. That's why basically it was a very, very lengthy day. So much stuff I had to do for the next 2 days that I'm gonna be out. Come back on Friday night again. I'm not sure what time I'm gonna do the stream. I'm probably gonna come live very late at night. The flight. By the time I get home, it's probably going to be after 10 p.m. my time, so Central Time. So the stream might be going on at 11, maybe, hopefully. Then Saturday is probably going to be early. Anyways, tomorrow no stream. You're coming to Float. Okay, cool, I see that. Awesome, so what's happening with the market? We're starting to make new negative momentum, right? We're coming to a lower low, but still making less negative momentum than the previous one. Again, creating that... yep. Okay, cool. So here we're creating hidden bearish, right? On this last one, we're creating strong bearish, but just against the MACD, right? Not against the RSI. On the RSI, we're hitting sold at 30.59 on market cap. Like Twitter, yeah. Man, yesterday, money flowing out of the crypto sphere, 0.31%. Today, taking a big of a leap on the first 3 hours of trading. 3.64% down. A lot of money flowing out of the crypto sphere from an opening of 219 billion, sitting at 211.87 billion. It deleted your comment. Okay, weird, man. I'm not sure why the chat bot is doing that, but it's weird. Anyways, what I was gonna tell you guys, I heard that they were running out of TP also at Costco, man. And Costco has a lot of toilet paper, man. You would expect them to not run out. Someone's sending me pictures of Costco in the US without toilet paper, man. It's insane how crazy people get. Anyways, people starting to panic and doing those last minute buys and trying to hodl or prep or whatever they try to do last minute, which is not prepping. It's just panic buying. Well, that's what creates shortages, right? So, anyways. You deleted your comment. Float is like Twitter, but with Bitcoin. Alright, that's cool. I should make a Float account, I guess. I've never been on Float, so I'm not sure, man. I'll check it out after the stream. Anyways, that's it for market cap. Losing right now, but that's fine. Let's go to Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin at? Sitting at 7,652. Did we move down? Yes. Did we hit our previous resistance? We had it at 7,531. That's this one here. We did go to 7,558. Almost. A little bit over $20 off. Which is pretty good considering the amount, right? Anyways. We do seem to have this small channeling happening, right? Ben, okay, US 30 versus Bitcoin is comparable. Okay, I'll check those out, Benny. Yes, Ken Bosak supports you on float with $1 a month in Bitcoin. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty amazing. Anyways, like I said, we seem to be channeling. I had this a little bit tighter the other day. I did move them today, opening up a little bit more, trying to see where this is going to go, right? I was expecting for this to be a little bit more violent, this positive, but man, it's not looking good. Market's moving down. Everything's moving down, man, on coronavirus fear, right? So this still happening though. Low, lower low, negative momentum, less negative momentum, creating that strong bullish divergence right now. So we got to keep on tracking it, right? It can get negated. A very massive drop would certainly make this go like that. Make more negative momentum, and then we'll negate that. Crypto Pepe Silva, how's it going, brother? Thank you for being here. Odd of 7.2k to 7.45k range. Shattered that Bitcoin is following SPY. All right. Yeah. Ranges of 2000. Yeah, it could be, man. We certainly do have that area incoming for sure. If we're not able to hold 7,500, which is our more immediate resistance now, we do have this divergence coming in, which could help try to at least ease us into the next level. If not, at least hold this area and try to bounce from there. Really not seeing anything else. This really doesn't look like a head and shoulders or a typical head and shoulders. I'm going to look at another chart real quick. Another chart. Alright, I'm going to get rid of this fibs here. And I'm going to get rid of this, man. I have so much stuff on this chart. A larger amount of fibs. Once I get rid of. I want to see this clear. 1, 2, lower. Now, not really head and shoulders, man. I was trying to see if this would look like a head and shoulders, which, I mean, it is off. I would have to calculate how much. This is 8,900. This is 9,100. Yeah, it probably is within a percentage. We could call this one shoulder and this another shoulder. We certainly seem to have hit some sort of... that's on the log scale. Let me look at log scale real quick. On the log scale, right, we're holding this bottom line on logarithmic scale. We seem to be breaking it right now. That's not good. That we've always held that, right, on the bull trend. Right now we're breaking it. Like I said, not the best. Let me go back onto regular scale. Or linear, let's say. What I'm looking at right now, or what I'm trying to determine, is whether or not we're going to have a head and shoulders here. That could come in and complicate stuff. Like this being one of the shoulders, this being the other shoulder, then this over here being the head. If we were to consider this a valid head and shoulders, we would have our neckline there. We would be breaking below it, which is not good. But again, a measure move would certainly see us go from top to bottom. This is a very crude estimate right now. We could be targeting 6,600s if it is to be a valid head and shoulders. Right now, I would have to go back and look at the exact number, man. I have to look at my reference. I don't have the exact percentage that we can be within to call it a valid shoulder, right? You don't have to be flat on. You can certainly be a percentage away. And like I said, this opening here is, this closing here is 8,900, and this one's 9,100. So about 200 difference. It certainly is within a valid percentage, I would say, of what we could expect. So $180 would be like a 2%, I guess. So yeah, definitely something we could expect. We could call it a valid head and shoulders. Waiting for this move to come in then. 6,634. It could potentially come in, right? Again, there's probably going to be some areas of support down here, which could prevent us from reaching it that far. We seem to be bouncing up somewhere on this area, right? 7,200s. We also have some support up back here at 7,400. Some support back here also at 6,600, obviously, which is where our target is, right? But we also have some support here and here, some manufacturer support. Again, worried about movement to the downside continuing. Yes, so potentially Crypto Pepe Silva, the 7,200 or the 7.45,000 range could be a possibility, man. Not outside of the realm of possibility right now. Looking at this, right, I'll adjust this a little bit. Now that I zoomed in, I'll actually make sure I'm getting a correct move. Measure move. So yeah, probably 6,500s. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to this one. Negative momentum started to build. Sitting oversold at 29.93. I've not been oversold since December the 17th. Right? So again, man, not good looking for the markets, right? Especially coronavirus. Look, coronavirus is a symptom, right? It's what's tipping the scales. This like incoming small dump on the market, especially the stock market, is not being caused by coronavirus. It's caused by all the other shit that was there before. Coronavirus is just one more pebble that landed on the scales that is helping tip the balance. And everyone, especially the Fed and everyone else and central banks, are going to blame it on the coronavirus because that's how they will hide their mistakes, right? And that's how they'll hide all that money they printed. And they'll say, no, coronavirus crashed it, man. We did it. We lowered rates. We tried to do this. We tried to do that. But, economy went into stagnation because of the virus, right? And virus fears. And that is not true. Right? The virus is just one more pebble that's landing on the scales. It's like the last feather that lands on the scales that tips them, right? So again, crypto's also dumping of fear, man. People are fearful. They don't know what's going to happen. So people are trying to take their money out of risky, what should we call them? Risky assets and put them into like more stable ones. But even gold has not shot up that much, right? It has not gone up that high. Now the stock market crashed. It did have a small bounce. I do believe today it went down. I haven't looked at the stocks today. Really not worried. I'm good enough right now that I don't have to like worry about looking at the market constantly. Anyways, looking at this in the 4 hours, right? We're coming lower, right? We're targeting this. We're targeting negative momentum. We had to wait for negative momentum to finish building. And like I said, we're probably going to create this divergence in the 4 hours. Right? It's just taking longer than I had expected. I was expecting to hit it somewhere on here with the move down. But obviously it's taking a little bit longer. Again, we still haven't created this negative momentum island, which we would anchor to. But again, waiting for this to develop, right? That's it on Bitcoin. We're obviously sitting below 200 simple moving average, which is fine. Worrying about holding 7,531. That's what worries me. Let's go into the 1 hour. Sitting sold on the RSI at 34.29. Let's go to the 1 hour. Man, on the 1 hour. 1463, 1385. All right, cool. So we're definitely going lower, right? As you can tell, I haven't done anything on the charts back here from the previous days. When I didn't come here yesterday, basically. Man, I'm so tired, man. Yesterday, my throat hurt so much, guys. I couldn't even talk. So annoying, man. And today I have like a DJ voice, I guess. It's like very raspy and like we should play that techno song. You know, get the club jumping. Anyways, what are we doing here? Let's see. Negative momentum, more negative momentum. So always like from here to here, nothing. Now on the top part. Alright, on the top part, we do have this going on, right? Go from a high to a lower high with positive momentum to more positive momentum, creating a hidden bearish divergence. Price continuation, meaning to the downside. We were not strong enough to keep on pushing above. We started to break down. Now we don't seem to have it. Oh, we also have it on the RSI as well. There we go. So, okay, so we did have this hidden bearish. Breaking us down. We're starting to create strong bullish right now, though. Let's see if we can hold this and try to get a small rally coming in. That's it for Bitcoin. Sitting neutral. Sold on the RSI at 39.49. I thought it was neutral there for a second. Let's go to Ethereum. You know what sucks, dude? I have to travel and I'm super, like my nose is clogged. It's going to be a hell of a flight, dude. And I'm going to, like, hot weather. You know how bad it is to travel to hot weather when you're sick from the flu, man? It's horrible. Market cap, what's happening? Yesterday we lost dominance, 2.60%. Today, losing dominance, 1.40%. So you got 9.61% of market cap. Yes, Spotify, thank you for coming in with awesome ads. Yes, yes, we love you. Next track. Alrighty, so Ethereum, right? We're losing dominance, sitting at 9.60% of market cap. Again, very good for Ethereum. Has not lost that much dominance, which is good. Price of Ethereum, $184.86. Man, has it fallen? Yes, it has. I'm gonna go to this stuff back here. We already called this out. We already played out. Now, again, same stuff that's happening, right? We're still coming lower. We're still tracking this. Setting sold on the other side, 35.28. Nothing else happening, right? Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Alright, on the 4-hour, we call divergence to here. We did have it. We did play out. Try to bounce. Held this area for a little bit, then failed to pump higher, and then we started to break from there. But again, from here to here, this is very valid divergence, right? That's developing. Going to a lower low on the price, going from negative momentum to much less negative momentum, creating that strong bullish divergence that could potentially have us pump to higher prices. We also have it on the RSI. On the RSI, we're sitting sold at 31.89. Again, this could still go down, and we can still go down a little bit more, and we have a lot of room here to track, right? So again, this could still be going down for a little bit, but right now we're starting to create this. Just keep in mind that this negative momentum is starting to develop, so it still has room to grow, right? That's it in the 4 hours. Let's go on the 1 hour. What range is likely for Ethereum? Sorry, Pepe Silva. I'll go back to the daily in a second, and I'll talk about range. We're slightly higher, so negative momentum, less negative momentum. All right, so low here. I'm gonna look at another Ethereum chart just to confirm. Haha. See, on this Ethereum chart, it's showing divergence, and on this Ethereum chart, were we showing divergence? It seemed like, yeah, on this one we're showing divergence, and this one's kind of iffy, right? It seems to be a little bit higher. Let's look at one more chart and see where we're at. Ethereum, slightly low. So I have two charts that say we're making divergence, and I have two charts that are saying that we're not making divergence, right? So that's a little bit awkward to find so much conflicting information within charts, right? Look at this, the low, where's it at? Right there. This is a little bit lower, right? So here we're going from a low to a lower low, negative momentum to less negative momentum, a low on the RSI to much higher point on the RSI, creating that strong divergence, right? Strong bullish divergence. Now that's it on this chart. On this other chart, we're going higher, right? This is very, very slightly higher. The negative momentum still less. Now any small drop here in price will help us have that strong bullish divergence, and we could also have it on the RSI. On this chart as well, right? We're lower, right? Negative momentum, less negative momentum. Again, same stuff, right? We have that divergence in already. But on the other charts, we don't. This one particularly is way off. It shows that we're back here and we have a lot of room to go to the upside. So we don't have divergence on this chart. We do have it on the other ones. A small movement to the downside would certainly help us get this divergence and try to pump on this chart that we have. Now, why did we break down after the 9th? Well, yesterday we created some strong bullish, right? Sorry, not strong, bullish, strong bearish. What am I talking about, man? There we go. Right, so you're going from a high to a higher high on your price, from a positive momentum to a much lower point in that positive momentum, creating that strong bearish divergence, right? Price action to the downside. We did get it. We tried to bounce, held the 20 for a little bit, rejected, failed, and then moved down fast. Post that, we tried to rally, failed at the 20, and moved down again. We've talked about this. When you reject the 20, you move lower. Sitting sold on the RSI at 34.91. Range for Ethereum. Yes, let me go look at the daily, man. Oh man, where would be a good range for Ethereum, man? It would seem that we would be able to float around this area for a bit, right? You can see that we hit this area quite a bit of times to the top, right, and not being able to break it, at least back here. So we could be talking about potential area here at 1,191. Sorry, I'm starting to like go nuts here. And this would be also a potentially looking range, right? 158, right? That it would seem that we have an area here where we could bounce, right? I'm gonna get rid of this real quick. I'll actually place it with actual markers here for this. There's one, and that would be another one likely, right? Somewhere around that area, man. I think we can find an area of where we could bounce for a little bit, unless Bitcoin dumps. Right, if Bitcoin dumps, then all hell breaks loose, right? We know that's the name of the game. Follow the Bitcoin, right? It's the leader. It's the leader of the band of the cryptos. Right, so I guess we're targeting that range already, right? Now, if we wanted to be a little bit closer on this, we could certainly throw some fibs. I'll take this more immediate low. I'll take it from the wick, and then I'll go to the top on the wick. And we have retraced over 50% of the way. We have actually bounced off the 618, right? We've hit that 618 at 181.70. Once, twice, we're bouncing from it, and that's fine. The next target would be 786, right? 192, if we were to break 618. Now, the 618 is the end of the main retrace area, right? 382 to 618. So we could find an area of support here and try to hit that and try to bounce. It could be a possibility. Again, we certainly do have that divergence to kind of match that sentiment. However, in the shorter timescales, we also have we don't have that divergence yet, right? We have it on other charts. We don't have it on this one, particularly on the 1 hour. But on the 4 hours, we also seem to be developing bullish divergence. So the Bitcoin band, man, yes, the Bitcoin. This Bitcoin don't even know the name of my band, right? So let's look at Bitcoin, man. I haven't thrown fibs on Bitcoin in a while. Let me go here, man. Where would I take the low? I would take this low, I guess. That's a more immediate low that we have, where I could probably fib from here to here. Then, as you can see, we have retraced over the 618, heading towards that 786, right? And last we broke below that 618, we failed to get above it again, so proving as resistance right now also. So not the best looking for Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin goes down, Ethereum is going to go down, probably. Anyways, that's where I would put a range in Ethereum, 193.56 to 160.58, more or less. Right, I could probably lower this a little bit more and cover a little bit more area, right? And then you would have another range from here to here where you could probably hold. So I'll just put this one here as well. Then you would be 121, right? You found some support here, and then you bounce from there. You found support there before as well, back here, and you can see that this range also applied in the past over here and over here, right? And if we go farther back, that range is valid for a while. This chart's not loading data farther back than September, so it's fine. For me, this is good enough to look at. I know we have some support here and here, so those would be ranges I would look for. 193, then 159. If we break that, 121. Those would be targets to the downside, right? Let's go to the XRP. Sharpie. What is happening with Sharpie? Yesterday, it lost dominance, 1.35%. Today, it lost dominance again, 1.18%, sitting at 4.14% of market cap. Look at that. We hit the 20, we rejected. Hit the 20, rejected. Hit the 20, rejected again. We have not been able to gain dominance on XRP, which is sad. XRP sitting at a mighty 19 cents, man. 19.931 cents. Isn't it exciting, man? We're back in this area of support resistance. We failed to get above that line, which is at 21.326 cents. We've talked about this before, man. It's not news. It's not news to us, at least, right? We can still go a little bit lower. We're holding back here the 19.758, right? I'm pretty sure we kind of touched it. 19.888, 19.928. So we got close to it, very, very close to it. Again, below that, we seem to have also some support at 19.440. I used those for something back here. I can't remember what. It was a couple days ago, a while back. Anyways, all right. So do we have divergence? Yes, we could certainly track this to here. Although it's gonna look dirty because we're eating this low. But what we can still do, because it still applies, is 391 negative. This is 371. So again, very, very slightly less negative momentum and going lower on the RSI. We can do it in two parts. And it might help us because then we can also do it here on, on the MACD. And we can also probably do it here on the RSI. 32.94, 33.29. So yes, also a little bit higher, right? So we seem to have this strong bullish divergence developing. Now, whether or not we're going to be able to hold it is going to depend entirely on Bitcoin, right? That's the name of the game. Sitting sold on the RSI, 33.30. Let's go to the 4 hours, man. Again, XRP, shame on you for dropping so low. I mean, look at how much XRP has dropped. If I was to take it from here, the low to the high, it would probably retraced. This one already has fibs on it. This one's clean. All right, cool. All right. We finally hit the measure move here. Right on, man. So remember we talked about these head and shoulders in XRP? It just took us a while to get there, right? Because we kind of went down. We tried to curve, right? It looks like we were going to hook. And we finally moved down. The NBA season got suspended for reals? I know they were having like games indoors, but I'm not sure it got suspended. Look, in my company, international travel got suspended, and local travel within the country has to be approved by every country manager, which is kind of crazy, man. All flights to Europe are suspended. Yeah, I heard that one. Europe, yeah, except for UK. UK is not being considered in Europe. In my company, they're not letting us travel international, and they're asking us to spend all kind of what do you call it? Social events, right? So all conventions, everything that has not to do with hardcore business has to be suspended. The only thing we do is travel for certain business things, and our just basically you have to be approved by the local managing director. It's true regarding the NBA. Yeah, man, that's insane. I'll check that out in a second, man. I'm looking at this real quick though, because I haven't looked at this in a while, man. And it looks like a couple days ago, on the 8th of March, we actually did come down and hit that measure move. Almost spot on, man. Let's see. I have this at 2044. And the low here was 20... The closing, sorry. 2039. So I had it 2044, 2039. I was like within 5 cents, man, off that measure move, which is good, man. Again, we did hit this off these head and shoulders. We called it out a while back. We called it out, like, I can't remember when, man. If you guys remember, like, fact check me. This has been out for a while, man. I just don't talk about it every stream because we hadn't hit it. And I just basically forgot to come back and check it, to be honest. Anyways, we're having this. We've already rejected. We've broken below the 786. We tried to get back above it, but we failed. So we're probably going to retrace 100% of the way, man. That's what it's looking like. 100% retrace. And then maybe we drop lower, which might not be good. Again, probably new crypto winter, right? We talked about that. Bitcoin being below the 200 simple moving average puts us on target for crypto winter. Something else going on in chat. Give me 1 second, guys. Trying to play the music. Tom Hanks' wife and Utah Jazz Robert Gobber have corona? No way. That sucks. Well, Tom Hanks is old, man. I hope he's not in that like death range of the coronavirus. That would suck. Anyways, moving to the downside, like I said, targeting that. Same stuff, right? Low, lower low. Again, divergence, right? We talked about this one. Just on another chart, on this one. Awesome, so we have divergence. It's playing it. Oh, man. Tired, man. With the illness that I have, I've not been able to sleep properly, which really sucks very much, dude. Anyways, I keep waking up at night. My nose is like completely clogged, dude. Yeah, I have to blow it a couple times, and it's like it's hell, man. Dow Jones future is tanking 22,450, losing 1,100 points with projections of largest single day loss tomorrow. Yes. I think I mentioned something about the stock market potentially going down. Look, what I would tell you is if you want to get into the stock market, with the drops that it's having, it's probably a good time to start adding slowly and starting to create a position in stocks. slowly though. Don't go in all in because it's probably going to keep on going down. But at least you can acquire something at a little bit less, in case you have a small bounce, you can probably sell it real quick. After long pullback, after like long drops, there's pullbacks. Remember, right? So on those pullbacks, you can sell it on the uptrend, and then before it actually drops again. So again, it wouldn't be too weird for the stock market to drop again. I'm not worried about that. I will be looking to add a little bit more, or maybe open a different stock position on the stock market, and add small amounts, right? Not go crazy. It's a good time to start buying slowly. US 32 Bitcoin insane. It would I would buy US stocks if Dow Jones drops to 10,000 to 15,000, all-time highs of 30,000. Yeah, but look, remember, when it drops to that level, everyone's gonna be looking to get in. So everyone's gonna drive that price up. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So it's a good time to add slow, right? Small amounts. That would be my strategy actually. Add a little, not too much. Wait for another drop. Add a little, like averaging down, right? That way, when you get that pump, man, you'll be set. And then just add a lot whenever you feel like you're bottomed out. There was an interview from Mark Cuban and Kevin Leary, I guess, from Shark Tank. And they do talk about this. I'm going to look for that real quick. I did look at it yesterday. I did watch it yesterday. So, and they do address this as well. What was it, Mark Cuban? I'm looking for this. And this is actually from a week ago, and I just saw it yesterday. So let me see if I can play this clip at the point where I want to show it, because it's regarding some of the stuff that we're talking about right now. Sorry, guys, if you're here for the crypto market. I will go back to it in a second, but just bear with me for a second here.
Has less covenants and strings, probably. I'm not an expert, but here's what I've read. What I've read is that it will spread. It will be pancake.
So I'll go back to the question, right?
Because supply chains have become so complex and hard. Well, because you're looking at one of all that. So materials, but here's what I've read. Unless you're very good. So that's just a decision each company will have.
I think it's here.
Now, as far as the coronavirus, I'm not an expert, but here's what I've read. What I've read is that it will spread. It will be pandemic.
Sorry.
The reason why is because it's like a serious cold. It's like a light flu, and because
it's a respiratory transmission.
Right, but the real issue is that a lot of people who have it are asymptomatic. It's not so serious that they even think they're sick,
but for some it's death.
Well, but like the flu, for some people, if you're older, if you're already sick, if your immune system is compromised, again, this is just from me reading a couple articles, I'm not an expert, then like the flu, you could have really problems. And so there's a 2% death rate from corona. I don't know what the death rate is from the flu, particularly because there's vaccines, but it's the same type of risk. So where this leads to, because it's easily communicable, it will be a pandemic, but whether or not just like the flu, there's a vaccine, but there's no cure once you get it, right? It'll become seasonal. In other words,
we're going to see this on a rotating basis.
Exactly.
As another flu strain.
Yes. Just
with
like
a virus somehow.
That he's not answering the question there. He's going to ask it in another one. Low volume. I'm sorry about that, man. Basically, he's saying that it was going to become a pandemic. It's already 100%. I do have volume on the desktop a little bit lower, man. Sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know, though. He's saying it basically is going to become a pandemic. It's going to be like the flu, A lot of people are asymptomatic because it's so mild in a lot of cases that you really don't know you have it. It's more lethal towards like older people or people that have immune systems compromised, etc. 2% death rate from this. But this came out a week ago on March 4th, and they were already talking about it being a pandemic, right? These guys already had information where they could say it's going to become a pandemic, and basically, yeah, I think today it got declared a pandemic. I'm looking for that small part. I already upped the volume here on the. Let me see if I can fast track to where the question comes in regarding the stocks, right? I know it's towards the end. It's probably somewhere around here, man.
I'm the same way. I'm just kind of writing it out saying I don't know enough to make
Okay, cool. Here it is.
The market that'll, the three, and economists have written that it will still grow some, but I don't see that as a long-term impact. But I think the scale of the decline, the 3, 4, whatever percent it's been, has as much to do with the fact that the market's at all-time highs.
Yeah. And they need an excuse to do a correction.
Exactly.
Down about 8%. The correction would be 10. That could happen the next day or two. We'll
Right.
see.
Like I haven't sold anything.
Yeah, I get it. And I'm the same way. I'm just kind of writing it out saying I don't know enough to make an investment decision.
And
Sorry, I hope I wasn't echoing here. But these guys are coming in basically saying the stock market is going to go down. This was on the 4th. They already talked about it going down. It did go down the last couple of days, like a 10% correction. They need an excuse for that correction, and they're going to blame it on the coronavirus. And that's something that we kind of talked about earlier on the stream, right? I told you guys, the coronavirus is just the excuse. This is what's tipping the scales. It's the last feather that's landing on the balance. That's like really making them tip like one way, right? And everyone's gonna blame the coronavirus for everything, for economic slowdown, for everything that has happened with the Fed, with the printing of the money, with everything, right? It's just like the scapegoat, right? If you look at it, how many people have died from it compared to the flu and other sicknesses? A lot more people are dying from other stuff than from this. So obviously everyone's scared because it's a new virus, it's a new strain, whatever. Yes, but everyone's diverting the attention to that, and they're just like keeping everyone focused on the coronavirus while all this other shit's going on behind, right? Markets are crashing. They're doing the corrections. Fed's gonna probably print more money, but everyone's still focused on the coronavirus because everyone's so scared, man. So scared that you run out of paper on Costco. It's insane to run out of paper on Costco. You know how many freaking rolls you need to like wipe your butt? Again, everyone's like doing panic buys here in Australia and everywhere. It's just insane. A lot of people are taking it. I think a lot of people are going overboard with it. Yes, it's hard. It's horrible. It would probably suck to get it, but mortality rate for like young people, like between, like I think infants haven't even died from it. So below 10 years old, and then from 10 to 11, it was like 0.2%. And then as you get older, it starts to increase. But again, the mortality rate for older people, that's where it's at, right? That's where it hits them. And like they were saying here, it's going to become seasonal, right? It's not going to die out. It's going to be a new flu strain. It's going to be like the hip strain of flu. And, next season is going to be out again. But we're going to have vaccines for it by then, hopefully. And, let's wait and see, dude. Same stuff happened with the swine flu. A lot of people started to panic. It was also epidemic. I can't remember if the swine flu went to pandemic level. But again, a lot of people were like scared. And no one shut down flying from Mexico to the U.S. I can't remember anyone shutting that out. No one shut down the borders. And it didn't spread as much as the corona has, right? Like, it has high contagion rate, but lower death rate, apparently. So anyways, I just want to touch on this. Like, these guys talking about the stock market. I just found it interesting that we were talking about it also today. And I've seen it before. Like I said, I think I saw it yesterday. I catch this video, cut the video, and I thought it was pretty cool, man. I thought it was pretty interesting that these guys are also saying similar stuff, right? Like, we don't know what this is going to do. We're seeing this correction that's going to happen. They're saying I'm not going to sell. And like I said, he does go at some point in time and uses the Warren Buffett quote, like, be greedy when everyone's fearful and fearful when everyone's greedy. And that's one of the things, right? A lot of people are selling. Someone's going to buy it. And what would be worrisome is if China goes in and buys all these, right? Someone's selling. People are still buying, right? And someone else is taking that position, right? Someone else is becoming owner or part owner or shareholder of those companies, and they could at some point in time be going elsewhere, right? Anyways, back to the actual technicals and the music, right? I just gotta fix the volume here for the desktop so it's not too crazy. There we go. I think that's where I had it when I had the music on. Anyways, XRP. I think we were talking about XRP on the daily. We haven't even moved to the 4 hours, so let's go. On the 4 hours, we had divergence, price action to the upside. We did get it. Failed at the 20 simple moving average. Remember that? We tried to break out of this yellow area. I told you it was going to be also resistance. We failed to break out of it. We failed to get above the 20, and we broke down again. That's what's happening. Now, high, lower, high, less positive momentum, right? We did create also... I'm going to call it right now because I hadn't seen it earlier, but we'll call this one out. There we go. Make sure it's going to be here on the 4 hours. Right, some slight, but still we have it hidden bearish price continuation, breaking down also. That's what's helped us not get above that 20, right? 20 simple moving average in the 4 hours. Again, moving down, hitting that 10 to us at 19.758, right? Let's wait and see how this recovers. Now, I would certainly be looking to add to some of my positions once I find a bottom for the crypto market. That still has not come in yet. I still believe it's still not in yet. So I'll be looking for a new bottom and then a new in, right? What I can tell right now, though, low, lower low, negative momentum. Negative momentum going to a positive right now. And low on the RSI, higher on the RSI, right? Sitting sold at 32.55. So again, creating stronger divergence. Gotta wait for this to like hit a new negative momentum island, track it there, and then we do have divergence. And it could even be from here, right? We could adjust and be from here to like from here to here, right? Whatever. Anyways, that's it for right now for XRP. Let's go to the 1 hour. Oh no, I forgot to remove the stuff from the daily. There we go, daily stuff. Go back. Go back to where you came from. You don't belong here in the 1 hour. There we go. Awesome. So what's going on here? Let's see. Low. Lower low. Well, shorter term still applies, I guess. 72. 58. Oh, yeah, it does. So low, lower low, right? You guys can see that. Just make sure here it's going to be here on the 1 hour. There we go. Negative momentum, less negative momentum, low on the other side, high on the other side, right? So we're creating that strong bullish divergence. Again, potential price action to the upside. It might slow us down a little bit as we approach this 19.758. Use it as support before we actually pump. Now, we already did fibs for this back here. And we'll also talk about hitting that head and shoulders move. Now, something that worries me is that we've determined, or we believe right now that we have a head and shoulders on Bitcoin that could be bringing the price down. And if that is the case, everyone else is going to go down. Let's go to the 1 hour, man. On the 1 hour, where are we at, man? We're sitting sold on the RSI at 34.49. Let's go to Litecoin. Litecoin on the daily. There we go. Two. Alright, cool. I'm cool with that. Alright. So this is negative 0.02. This is still negative 0.02. And on the top part, we are going down, right? So again, we're creating weak divergence. Class C, type 3, bullish divergence. Again, potential price bounce, right? This is dominance, though. But yesterday we lost dominance 2.91%. Today we're losing dominance 1.26%. Sitting at 1.40% of market cap. This could potentially mean that we're going to get a bounce, right, on dominance. Sitting oversold at 25.26, 25.99 now. Anyways, let's go to the price of Litecoin. Why does it matter? Because Litecoin does follow its dominance chart a little bit. Positive, positive, negative, negative, positive. Positive, negative, positive, 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 right? Negative, positive, positive. Anyways, it follows a little bit more than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the inverse, right? When Bitcoin loses dominance, its price goes up. Litecoin, opposite. You want the price or the dominance of Litecoin and altcoins to go up, and then the price goes up for them. But when Bitcoin loses dominance, the price goes up for Bitcoin. Again, it's a little bit awkward to look at it that way, but that's how it's been playing out. Anyways, price of Litecoin, $45, man. Wouldn't it have sucked if you would have bought up here at 83 and now you're worth half of what you got in at? Man, I'm sorry for the guy who bought up here. Anyways, are we creating head and shoulders? Fuck, man. 61, 63. Yes, very likely. We're probably likely creating head and shoulders here as well. Do I like that? No. It sucks. Because that means we have it on two charts. And I did look for this on we looked at the other coin. Ethereum and Ripple, and I can't remember if I looked out for this. But anyways, not the best looking head and shoulders though. But looking like a head and shoulders nonetheless, right? A little bit skewed on the shoulders. Measure move to the neckline. Then moving down. We'll position us at $29. I don't believe we're going to go to $29. We do have a lot of support in this area. But $29 is not outside of the realm of possibilities. We have been at $29 back on January, right? In December 2018. So again, not outside of the realm of possibility. But again, a potential. I do believe we're probably going to find some support in this area. The 37s, right? But not a lot of support right now where we're at. Maybe some, but not a lot. I would be more comfortable in a range. I'll just range it right now. Alt H. Alt. Would I use this top? Yeah, I'll use this top. Now I'm using this top because we hit it here as resistance and we used it here as support, right? That line. Anyways, we will be looking at a range from $48 to $36 right now for Litecoin, and we're in that range right now. And anyways, a measure move would certainly see us at $29. I hope we don't hit a measure move on Litecoin on the daily. Sitting over sold at 28.49. Now let's go to the 4-hour chart. Oh snap, not this chart though. Let's look at the 4-hour on this one because I have here other stuff. There we go. We had divergence again. Same stuff that's happened with the rest of the market. We could still go and chart more divergence from here to here, and that will be all great. They're great. They're part of a good breakfast. From here to here, right? Anyways, we're trying to create strong bullish divergence. Hopefully we can get a bounce from here and try to pump. Benny, I haven't forgotten about you, man. I will look at the US 30 versus Bitcoin, right? Just give me time. Let me finish the crypto, and then I'll go back to that. Anyways, I'm seeing an article here that came out on the side from 12 hours ago. It said Bitcoin fails to perform amidst global crisis. Is its safe haven status questionable? It probably is. It's too young of a asset to be actually called a safe haven. We've noticed that it has behaved as a safe haven when we talked about wars, trading wars. But when we talked about recessions, it has dropped, right? And we saw that before. Back when there was all that trade war talk between the US and China, we noticed that a lot of the stocks were dropping, but Bitcoin held or pumped. But when we talked about global recession, then Bitcoin also fell. So again, it's a possibility that Bitcoin is not quite there yet as a safe haven, even though a lot of people believe it's a safe haven. Time will tell. And it has to be time tested, right? Gold has been time tested. This is not time tested. 10-year history has nothing to do with thousands of years history on gold. It's like, yeah, it's nothing. Anyways, having divergence again. Like I said, hopefully we can get a bounce from there. Let's see if it's also on the 1 hour. 23.15. We do have it on the shorter term. We are having divergence. The great divergence of the barrier reef of Litecoin. Alright, here we have it, right? Low, lower, low, negative momentum, less negative momentum, low on the other side, higher on the other side. We have strong bullish divergence on the 1 hour, on the 4 hours, and on the daily. Again, potential for a small price action to the upside or some price action to the upside. Now, we also fell at the 20. We tried to get above it, but we failed to hold it, and we dropped to a lower low. Sold on the other side, 32.39. Again, WrestleMania might get canceled. Oh no! You did say look at CNN, and luckily enough, I do look at CNN often. Those fake news media outlets that are out there. Just kidding. I know they're not fake media. More people are forced to stay home. More people will go online. This question could impact Bitcoin price as more people might hear about Bitcoin and buy. Maybe, man. The question is, you're going to buy Bitcoin, what are you going to do with it? Right? People right now need cash to buy stuff. Goods are going to be scarce. People are going to price gouge whenever they can. And you're probably going to need money to like do other stuff. So hard cash might be your best friend right now. You're always on Twitter and Reddit? Yeah, a lot of rumors on Twitter and Reddit. A lot of unverified facts. Some of them do become true. I don't recommend any media outlet, man. CNN is not really fake media. I'm just messing around. I do like CNN. I do have it open. Tom Hanks and wife Rita Wilson diagnosed with coronavirus. Oh no, Tom Hanks! What are we gonna do? Wilson! Does Wilson have coronavirus as well, man? Someone should check Wilson. He was with him for an extended period of time. I hope he does recover, man. You know, I'm trying to bring some humor in. I know this sucks, coronavirus, etc. The Dow is in a bear market. Look at this, man. People trying to scare people. Yes, it is in a bear market. So what? Bear markets are normal. Corrections are normal. It gives people that have saved money a good opportunity to buy and ride the next bull run and acquire more wealth. Yes, that's why bear trends are so good, man. And people are scared of bear trends. Bring them on, man. That's when you buy. Anyways, oh no, the queen is making her more serious misstep here. Oh, jolly. Do you want another cup of tea? Anyways, I think I'm messing around too much. It's probably the meds and, like, something else, man. Something's, like, making me goofy today. Yeah, anyways, let me get back to this, man. Where were we? Litecoin divergence on all three scales, yes. Let's move on to Binance. Binance on the daily, man. What is happening with the Binance? Binance yesterday dropped in on dominance 1.24%. Today dropping still 2.53%. Sitting at 1.14% of market cap. Now the price of Binance at $15.52. Is it good? Yes, it has retraced less than a lot of the other coins, or at least that's what I believe from Simples. Just by looking at this simply. But I might be mistaken. Oh no, almost the same, right? But it hits the 786. Which is at 1520. Fuck, that number's too small, man. I'm gonna move this off to the side. There we go. We've almost hit it. Right now I had it and it was spot on, and I didn't even mesh. There we go. That's it. Almost. There we are. There we go. So we do have this divergence, right? We hit the 786. We're taking a bounce from there, small bounce again, but we could still drop lower. Now, we don't have that weird head and shoulder here, right? It looks a little bit cleaner. Why? Because look at this. This low is way back here at $18. It's all the way up here at $21. It's obviously more than like a 2 or 3 or 5% difference in price. So of course, we don't have that head and shoulders. But again, it's going to follow whatever Bitcoin does. Now the price is going down. Come with me if you want to live. We do have this divergence, right? But not on this line. I'll do that because it's probably from the 1 hour. And it just happened to show up here. Yeah, it is from the 1 hour. So. And use it. Wilson! Yes. My precious. Bring me more bitcoins, you stupid fat hobbitses. I can't do Gollum. He's too weird of a voice. My brother can do a crazy killer Gollum, dude. Anyways, yeah, we do have divergence again. Price action to the upside. Potentially, we're having a lot of divergence across the market again. Everyone's reflecting Bitcoin. We're sitting sold. I didn't talk about the RSI. We're sitting sold at 31.19. Man, why am I so goofy today? Freaking meds, man. One of the meds is probably making me all like weird. Probably cough syrup. Did someone put cough syrup on my water? I doubt the antibiotics are probably making me like weird. And the other one's pain med for the throat. So those two, I'm sure they're not. So probably the cough syrup has me going like loopy. Yeah. Anyways. Fuck, I forgot to change this to the 1 hour. From 4 hours. Sorry, 4 hours. 4 hours. There we go. Yes, that's what I meant. Anyways, the 4 hours. Giggity. We're getting it there, right? So we have divergence as well. That strong bullish divergence developing. It's trying to move to the down right now. To the downside at, like... Did we just change hours? Yes, we just changed hours. So, yeah, we're moving down. You like this new host? Yes. It's probably my unfiltered self. Unserious. Not so serious self. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. It's weird. I'm super tired also, man. It's probably also... It's a combination of factors, man. I goof off every now and then. When I do this, I try to be serious, though. People like to see serious people doing the news and analysis. They don't trust people who are goofy. Hey, St. Patty's Day is coming. When is St. Patty's Day, man? Is it Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday. Awesome. Anyways, we're moving down. We seem to have this divergence coming in also on the 1 hour. Did I leave it on the 1 hour? No, I forgot to change it, man. See, like, cough syrup makes me do weird stuff. And I did take my meds just before I started the stream, so something's like going on with my head. Anyways, divergence. Do I care about what happened before? Not really, man. This back here already played out, right? We care about what's happening now, here, on this shorter time scale. Oh no, you mighty Time Lord, bring us some good news from the future. I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. We're seeing price coming down again, which means probably Bitcoin's also going down. And it probably is. It's minus 3.86. No, it's yeah, it's going down, but you know, it did recover the last hour a little bit, which is good. I don't like the fact that it's going down though, because we just killed whatever divergence we were looking for, right? We do need to get a very serious pump here, because right now we're undoing this divergence. We still have it on the RSI, but we're not having it on the MACD. Now I'm gonna leave it as it is, and I'm gonna hope that this recovers itself a little bit. Send it to boot camp and see where it goes from there. Now, Benny did have a request to look at. What the fuck was it? US 30. US 30! US 30. Dow Jones 30. Alright, so the Dow Jones 30 is going down. I'm going to look at it in the daily because 1 hour is like weird. Yes, it's going on a nosedive. You remember how 2 days ago I said buy, it's going to go up? Or 3 days ago after this drop? It did go up. You could have taken 4%. It's a pullback. Right now we're going down. We're probably going to pull back again. A little bit. We have to get some reaction coming in, right? It's weird if it just keeps on falling without some pullback. Especially that large amount. Right? We still go down a little bit more though. 440. 411. Awesome. So, all right. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what I was looking at because you probably have no clue. I was looking at where we're at with reference to the price, right? And we're slightly less, right? So negative momentum, slightly less negative momentum. However, if tomorrow still goes down, this could be killer, and tomorrow might be another red day. But we do have that strong divergence developing on the daily on the stock market against the RSI. So potentially that we could come up here. Now apparently there's more stuff down here. Yeah, no, same stuff I already seen at the chat. This is US 30, man. It's going down a lot more. Yes. Is it weird? Not really, man. Not really, man. It's not a weird. I'm gonna take a measure of the correction. What is it from here to here? 23%, man. When was it? March the 4th. Was it this one? Yes, it was here. That's when the interview from the guys from Chart Tank came in, and they said, "Oh, correction of 10% is nothing to worry about. I'm not gonna be worried about it going down a little bit. What do you think, Karen? I'm not sure. Fuck, let me do this the other way, man. $16% down. So that's what we're looking at, right? 16% down since the 4th, when these guys came in and said 10% move to the downside. So it's a valid move that we're making. Like I said, it's probably a good area to add to the position. Slowly, though. This could still go down a lot more. When was the last crash? I'm probably going to have to look at the weekly to find it quickly. We don't have data going back to 20, when was it, 2010, so I'll just look at the DJI. Alright, so we're looking at Dow Jones Industrial Average. I'm going to look at this one now, the index. We do have data going farther back. When was the last crash? 2010, 2008, housing crash. How much did it go down? 53%, right? From that high to this low, 53%. We've already gone down a massive amount. So from here to here. 19%, almost 20, man. The DJI hit a fib level around 23K area. I'm not sure, man. I'll have to check. The question is, where do you want to fib this from? And it has so much data. Now, one would be this low, the more immediate low, to the new high. And yes, we would have hit this 786 and bounced from there. So yes, it probably did hit a fib node from December 2018. But if we look farther back, we have to take the previous low, which would be this one over here. The major low, the old low, right? And from there to there, we've also hit the 236. We've actually broken the 236. And a retrace of 50%, like it did back then, would certainly see it at 17,000 levels. So again, if it is to be similar to the housing crisis, which it didn't take this sharp of a downturn, that's why I'm calling for a pullback. Remember? And actually digging from 2008, right? Look at 2008, man. It didn't take that sharp of a drop. Maybe here for like 2 weeks, right? 1, 2. That's it. Didn't take this sharp of a drop like we're seeing right now. So again, potential pullback, right? A massive drop tends to have some reaction that brings it back up a little bit before it actually drops again. So that's why I said it's probably a good position, or a good time to add a little bit. Could we get another drop? Yes, maybe, man. Maybe we can get another drop. Fuck the ads, man. Sure, let's play that one. So that's the DJI 30. This is the other one. Do we have divergence as well? Maybe, man. Maybe on the daily. I have to check. We also have it, right? Low, lower low. Negative momentum, less negative momentum. Low on the other side. Higher on the other side, right? So again, this is land divergence. This is within the same island. We would technically look for divergence from the previous island to the new one, meaning from here to here, going low, lower, low, more negative momentum, lower on the other side with the lower price, being congruent with the market from here to here. But within the same island, we were starting to lose that negative momentum, and we're starting to lose, we're starting to gain relative strength, right? So again, that's why I'm saying we might get some return. Interesting fact: DJI crashed on a Monday. Perigee Moon. What is a Perigee Moon? And the 11th anniversary of the start of the bull run cycle, March 9th. Okay, cool. That's interesting. Anyways, dude, Benny, I cannot do a comparison. I cannot open two charts at the same time. I do have the free version of this TradingView platform, so I cannot do a lot of this stuff, man. I can look at Bitcoin now, and you can see that the drops are different. Massive though in both cases, and if we wanted to take a measure of the Bitcoin drop from the high to the low, we would get 26%. So if you want to be technical, even though it's not the same time period, Bitcoin has dropped 26% from the high or the previous high, while the stock market has only dropped 19%. So we've dropped like 6-7% more than the stock market on price. So not just crypto crashing, right? They're both more or less on the same level. Now, if we want to take from a similar time, we'll be looking at 17%, right? So not even that much difference, man. 17% measure against a, what do we call it back here? 17% measure against a 13% back to from more or less the same time period. But if I go back to February, we're probably talking about, yeah, that much different, 7%, man. Right. Anyways, that's it for this. Like I said, dude, my throat is hurting like crazy. I haven't posted any of those little like things that come up. Do that stuff that's gonna happen there in the corner. That like, that sub, that bell. We did have 5 people watching. We did get 28 people that at least played back. It was probably loopy when they came in. But you know, yeah, it's fine, man. If you guys want to subscribe, that's great. If you don't, that's great. If you want to hang out with us and chill and like talk crypto or market or whatever, that's cool. And if you don't, that's also cool, man. Anyways, this is a fun channel. I like it. Of course I like it. I'm the host. What the fuck? Anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it a stream. I gotta go do my bag. Yeah, fun channel. I gotta like pack my bag for tomorrow's flight. I gotta have dinner. I gotta talk with my wife. So that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. If you like what we do, you know what to do. Hit that like, that bell, that sub, so you're notified when we go live. This is State of Crypto. I'm your host, Martin. I'm super like weird today for some reason. Yeah, if you like what we do, you know what to do. Subscribe, talk about crypto to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers. Let them know that we are here. This is State of Crypto. I'm your host, Martin. It's been a pleasure being here with you guys on an awesome Wednesday night. Wednesday night. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for being here. You guys are amazing. You guys make this channel fun and possible. It's gonna be all for tonight. I'll catch you tomorrow. Not tomorrow, sorry. Friday for an edition of State of Crypto. I don't know what time. Saturday, I don't know what time. Sunday, I don't know what time. But Monday, again, for a regular time frame. Tomorrow I'm traveling. I'm not going to do a travel stream. I'm going to be super busy. I already have a full packed agenda until like 11 at night. So no stream tomorrow. And then I have a full packed agenda for a whole Friday day. So I might tweet a little bit. I'm not sure. I'll catch you guys later. You guys are amazing. Stay cool.